Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. Today we're covering the state legislature and my guest today is Terry Nealey. Terry, thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you.
He's a Washington representative in the 16th District, and today we're talking a little bit about some energy.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Energy Independence Act, which is also known as the I-937 initiative that passed in 2006. And what that required was that utilities in the state of Washington have renewable energy in their portfolios. And by 2020, they're required to have 15% of their portfolio be from renewable energy, and hydroelectric power does not count.
And that's a big surprise to some people because many people think hydro is renewable, but we're really talking about wind power, solar power, other options.
Right, and we as common sense people think that hydro is renewable, which it really is, but politically it isn't for this situation. So that's going to require most utilities in the state of Washington to acquire sun or solar energy or wind energy at quite a high expense. And so to meet that qualification in 2020 of 15%, they're having to spend a lot of money to obtain those renewable energy, either credits or actually install solar and wind in order to get it into their portfolio. Okay. The problem is, there's two big problems, but the main problem is that right now, they don't need this energy. We have all the electricity we need in most instances, and part of it is because of the downturn in the economy, and the problem is that supply does not match up with the need. I acknowledge with the strength of the environmentalists that we're going to have renewable energy. It's been on the books for 6 years now, and we're going to go forward. We're going to have to live with it, which is fine. But let's not force our utilities to charge our customers or their ratepayers this additional cost. For example, Inland Power, which is a medium-sized utility on the east side of Washington, has given me a chart here that shows by 2012 they're going to have to come up with $208,000, and by 2016, $780,000, and by 2020, $1 million they will spend to meet these requirements.
All right, and so ratepayers, especially with the tax increase from the federal government we just received, that's not what you want to hear, that your bill is going back up.
No. So the last couple of years, I have dropped a bill that says we've got to align the need with the supply. Otherwise, let's not force our utilities to purchase this expensive additional energy until they need it. And if they need it, fine, then we'll go forward and it'll work out, I think, in the long run. But right now we have a real disconnect.
What is the incentive, though? Because each individual utility will embrace this as they see fit. So you might have some that have already incorporated this 15% and others maybe that haven't done anything. So how do you balance that? And
that's a great question, and that's what we're all struggling with. To me, we need to grandfather in the money that's been invested, for example, by Puget Sound Energy. They have purchased wind energy, they have built wind farms, and that's just fine. If they can use that electricity, and even if they can sell it to somebody else out of state, that is just fine, that works. We need to protect them in that instance. What I'm speaking of is moving forward and meeting these requirements in the future. And so we need to slow it down is really the answer. Make sure our transmission lines are up and installed so that we can get the electricity out to where it needs to go. We have some problems there now also.
Okay, thank you so much. We
thank you very much.
Appreciate you coming to join us. And
yes.
Thank you for teaching us about this.
Thank you.
Terry Nealey, 16th District Representative in the state of Washington. I'm Dana Cowley, and you're watching Charter Local Edition Northwest.